Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to How to Become an Animator. I'm Sir Wade and today it's halfway through 2019, which is kind of insane. We're halfway through the year. Wow. For some of you, that means you're on summer. You've got more time off from school, you're doing more fun stuff. For some of us, it's just summer and it's hot. But either way, I thought this would be a good time during the year to kind of reflect on some of the YouTube channels that I'm watching because let's face it, most of us are probably spending more time than we should on this website, watching creators like me. Thank you for watching and keep procrastinating, guys. But for real though, there's a ton of really talented content creators on this platform. Some of you are probably gonna watch some of the same people I do. We have similar interests. If you're watching this, then you're probably interested in art, animation, visual storytelling, could be filmmaking, could be visual effects. Some of you might be gamers. Sometimes it's just fun stuff to pass the time while I'm eating a sandwich. Who do I have on just for entertainment versus when I'm actually trying to learn something new, improve my skill set. Either way, you get the idea. I'd like to share with you my favorite content creators on this platform to watch. Starting off with more of the animation art type people, probably the more similar to me in a way, let's go to JD's channel. Now JD, I mentioned him before, he is a supervising animator at ILM, super talented guy, has a great channel, and if you watch me for animation content to learn and get better, you should absolutely follow him for the same type of stuff. He does very different videos than I do, but he's killing it, so check him out. Another industry animator turned content creator is Kevin Perry. You probably know him from his 50 ways, 100 ways videos to open a door, fall in a pool, crazy stuff. But he's super talented and he makes a lot of really cool behind the scenes, answers some questions, Q&As, and just fun videos to enjoy. Some good 2D channels for you to check out are Howard Wimshurst. He does a lot of really awesome 2D animation stuff, tutorials, tips and tricks. Very, very cool guy. I don't know him personally, but I love his stuff. A very different style of 2D animation, more what you'd expect when you think YouTube animation, is Jaden Animations, and her stuff is really high quality actually. She has a team of animators, they're all very talented, and there's some fun videos over on her channel. Draw with Jazz is another great one, and he does all kinds of cool art challenges, and he's just stupid talented. So let's all try not to feel inferior as he just crushes everything artistically he ever does, and let's just get inspired by an artist making great stuff. This one ended up in the animation category, but I'm not sure how. She's a vlogger in London, and it's Ami Yamato, and I don't know how this got in this category. She just goes around London and does cool vlogs, and sometimes she ends up in movie situations, so I recommend the Tom Cruise video. That's a fun one. Okay Samurai, I've mentioned before, it's a channel run by Dave Werner. He works at Adobe, and he is on the character animator team, and he's in charge of a bunch of stuff there, makes awesome tutorials for that piece of software. And then we have How It Should Have Ended. If you guys haven't seen this, this is a fantastic channel. I love this one. If any big blockbuster movie comes out, they usually do an animated How It Should Have Ended with a bunch of different versions of how the movie could have played out. And they're always a ton of fun to watch. New Frame Plus is one I recently learned about. They do a lot of cool game animation breakdowns. There's some stuff on how the Pokemon animators were able to achieve what they did with the Pokemon series, or analyzing the Super Smash character animations. These are super cool. Another kind of animation industry one is a friend of mine actually from Animation Mentor. His name is Ross Baxter, and he's currently doing the Student Art podcast on his YouTube channel, and it's on Spotify and everywhere else that podcasts are. But he's got some really cool stuff and a lot of really awesome guests where he talks about various things in the industry. And this one's technically not a YouTube channel, it's over on Twitch, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. The Pratt Brothers over on Twitch have fantastic animation streams. You should absolutely check it out if you like watching people animate or draw and share cool tips. By the way, since I haven't said it yet, all of the channels that I'm talking about are linked below, so you can just click all those and see what you like. If music is something that you're interested in, and specifically within film and animation and things like that, Sideways is a channel that analyzes music and music theory and how it plays into storytelling with the films and everything we watch. It's actually really interesting, and there's some really great stuff, especially on the Spider-Verse movie. Great piece on that. And in the same vein of kind of analysis of the different series, movies, and shows, Weight of Cinema is another really good one. It's kind of like in the way that Every Frame a Painting makes really great like video essays about stuff. Weight of Cinema does equally amazing pieces on cinema. I don't know. I don't do it justice explaining it, so just go watch some of the videos and see if you like it. Now, as we continue transitioning to more like film, video, photo stuff, I'm gonna call this like the craft section. So working on your craft, getting better at these skills like Film Riot. This is a channel that I've been following for 6 years now, and it's where I learned a lot of my filmmaking knowledge. And that is a great resource if you're trying to learn about this stuff as a whole, and for animators, it's actually very valuable stuff. Some other channels I learn a lot of great techniques from. Peter McKinnon, a video creator, and he does a lot of really great videos, tips and tricks, tutorials, vlogs, a bunch of fun stuff. Cool channel. Now also in the videography, photography, business type of world, some great creators are Chris Howe and Lizzie Pierce. They're actually friends of ours. Jess and I met them and we've hung out with them, and they're super, super awesome people, and they make really killer content. They also have a podcast called A Couple of Creatives. You can look that up on Spotify and everywhere else, and we actually were on that podcast. If you want to go listen to it, it's kind of fun. But they're super cool, so check out their channels. And I feel like I should mention that my all-time favorite YouTube channel is probably my wife's. Jess is the reason that I got into YouTube, so if you like my videos, you have her to thank for finally getting me on the platform. I've been thinking about it for years. She made me do it. And she has her own channel where she talks about style, lifestyle, and girl boss content. So ladies, if you're looking to be empowered, check out her stuff. And guys, If you know someone who would enjoy her stuff, pass it on. Moving into the visual effects area, another channel that I learned a ton of stuff from. A lot of us probably know this, Video Copilot. Huge resource for anything After Effects and just learning a lot about visual effects, especially if you're just getting started through advanced skills. Another one in a similar kind of category of tutorials is Red Giant. They make a ton of awesome tutorials, and I own literally everything they make because it's that good. A few more learning channels. School of Motion, a great way to learn Cinema 4D, After Effects, animation in those tools it's a good place to go for that. FX Home is another company that makes VFX software. They actually have a lot of free tools, so you can go there to get started as well. Another friend of mine who makes great tutorials, Jacob Dalton. He does some really awesome VFX tutorials, and he recently got married, so congrats, Jacob. Now, a bunch of you probably already follow this one, or you've definitely seen their videos, even if you don't know the name, Corridor Digital. They make awesome videos. There's a ton of videos, you've probably seen quite a few of them, but they're definitely worth a watch. And if you wanna see a more kind of behind the scenes, weekly, daily, somewhere in between vlog of what it's like to work on these kinds of videos, they have a channel called Corridor Crew, where it's the crew behind Corridor Digital. Those guys are all super nice and they make really great content, so you can check that out here. One more for visual effects is Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, the studio that's behind a lot of those Marvel movies and Star Wars and so on. They have awesome breakdowns of a lot of those really crazy huge scenes in their movies that show you how much of the scene was filmed on a live action plate, how much is just 3D geometry that was lit and rendered. Really cool. Will shatter the illusion of like how movies are made for you, so if you don't want that, don't watch, but really, really cool for those of us who want to make that kind of stuff. Moving out of the VFX area, I probably don't need to explain Casey Neistat to you. With 11-something million followers, he probably doesn't need much of an introduction. We are not related despite the last name, it's a letter difference, but he makes cool stuff and he's fun to watch. For tech, I actually really enjoy watching Your Average Consumer. He's just a really cool dude who's really into gaming and tech, and he makes quality videos, so I just like watching that to see what's new in the tech world, because I don't really know anymore. As for games, we've mentioned a few things that kind of go into gaming, but Zeltic makes some really cool videos, mostly dedicated to Zelda theories and just extrapolations of the world, and like, oh, like this could mean this, and the lore, blah, blah, blah. I get a kick out of it, and it's something I like to watch when I'm eating a sandwich. Something else I like to watch game category-wise is Linkus Speedruns. He's just a speedrunner. He does a ton of Wind Waker streams, and that's something that I'll just have on the background sometimes and just enjoy. So if you like Zelda and watching people exploit glitches and just play it really, really quickly, that's fun. And finally, for just some fun videos that if you don't need to learn anything right now, but you just want to enjoy watching YouTube and going down the rabbit hole, clicking new videos and just watching more stuff, one of my absolute favorites is How Ridiculous. They're these three guys in Australia, I think near Perth, I'm not sure. They just drop stuff off this giant tower, and it's so much fun to watch. They're a lot of fun, great personalities. Mark Robert, I think that's how you say his name, he does all kinds of cool like engineering challenges, so he has a lot of fun videos that you should check out. And there's First We Feast, which has the series called Hot Ones, which is basically a series of interviews while they eat really, really spicy wings. Really cool concept, well executed, and sadistically enjoyable to watch people suffer while answering questions. Now there's a ton of other channels that I subscribe to and then I watch their videos, but these are some of my favorites, and I hope you guys get a lot out of them as well. Definitely check some out if they seem interesting to you. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And if you guys have any other favorite YouTubers or content creators or anyone you like watching, share it in the comments down below or over on Discord. I'm sure everyone would love to have more stuff to watch, especially if it helps us procrastinate. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop any video ideas or requests down below because I'm looking for some new ones, and I will see you in the next video.